and welcome to the program Inside Abuja. On today's episode of the program, we will be looking at the Christmas Day crisis that rocked Buhari Aerial Council and efforts by the Malam Mohammed Musa Bello's led FCT administration to bring peace to Buhari. Buhari, as we all understand, is the Aerial Council that is housing the headquarters of the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board JAM. It is also the Aerial Council where the law school in the FCT is situated. Further looking at Buhari Aerial Council, it is also hosting the FCT Vocational Center for the Physically Challenged. The peace in Buhari Aerial Council was broken on Christmas Day when many were getting set to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. FCT Minister Malam Mohammed Musa Bello, who had led a delegation to see President Muhammadu Buhari on that day, hinted the president that something happened in Buhari, but was very confident that the security team of both the Nigerian police, the DSS, as well as men of the Security and Civil Defense Corps are all on top of the situation. After the Christmas homage paying to President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa, the FCT minister led the senator for the FCT, Philip Tenemu Aduda, Honorable Zafanaya Beatrice Gisalu, and some other key stakeholders to immediately commence the peace process in Buhari. Expectedly, they met with key stakeholders, with everyone committing to peace.
I would have wanted the minister of the FCT to speak before me, but now that he has asked me to speak, I will say that this incident is unfortunate. It's not supposed to have happened. It should never have happened. When brothers turn against each other to kill each other, then it's a worrisome act. Because if we were to tell each other the truth, we all grew up together, we're all born here together, and if it is having to do with chieftaincy issues, or there was an issue which some miscreants now decided to use and to bring about the disorder and disrupt peace in Buhari Area Council, I think we need to be careful. We need to love each other. This is a festive period where we preach peace, where we preach love, where we preach brotherliness, where we preach love for one another and our neighbors. And I do not see the reason why we'll now go and start killing each other and burning places. If there was an incident that happened yesterday, I believe that the first thing to have done is to have contacted either the two Royal Highnesses that are here, or the Honorable Minister, or myself, or the Member House of Reps, or the Area Council Chairman, and then we can move into it immediately and find out what is happening, and with the view to resolving these problems. But laws we took into our hands, and we ended up probably killing each other. We ended up taking arms against ourselves and ended up injuring each other. We're breaking a peace that if we're not careful, will not be able to resolve, which is not possible. We have to. We are an integral part of each other. We all grew up together. We were all born here together. And as such, we must devise other means of resolving our problems, of resolving issues, of coming together. What we have done to ourselves is bringing us back from development. With this destruction, when can we rebuild? With the killing of lives and the destruction of property, where are we going to be? Are we going to bring back those who have died because of interests, because of our interests, because of our selfish interests, or because of our various problems? I think that the earlier we really look at some of these issues, with a view to resolving them, I think it will be better for us, so we can live together, we can live as one. Because if you ask me, I will say some people probably were waiting for this to happen and they took advantage of it.
And to take another side, as a parliament, as a member of the National Assembly, I think I will do a lot, probably to resolve and find out what really has happened, Mr. Minister. But before I do that, I need to consult you. Although we're on break, but that does not disturb me. Not to do only those things that will bring peace to the people of FCT and Buhari particularly. Mr. Minister, I'm grateful. When we go back, we will discuss. I was born and brought up in Buhari. Buhari is a home to me. And to be in leadership within FCT and hear of an incident like this in my own community at home is so pathetic. Very, very painful. When we came in and I saw the destruction, you know, I was troubled in my heart. When things happen like this, it's so difficult to resolve issues of this nature. All we need to is to ensure that we go back to the drawing board. There can usually be no smoke without fire. What we're saying, something else might have ignited it. And if there are people who will decide to ignite trouble in a community like this, and what we are seeing is destruction of lives and properties, is very unfortunate. I'm glad that our elder brother has spoken, and the minister himself, regarding our staying together. There is no community that will ever prosper if we don't coexist. It is not possible. And Your Excellency, sir, the way I have known Buhari for a long time, Buhari has not been known with crisis. And we are praying. Let me also borrow from the words of his distinguished senator, that what has happened, this should be the end.
We are here this afternoon to see what happened in Buhari. We received a call from Buhari in the night yesterday that there is a problem between two court members. I cannot see how the two court members will now degenerate to the traders and the businessmen in the market. Mr. Chairman, Buhari Area Council has commissioned so many markets in Buhari, laying a foundation of building markets, and what we pay him back with is to destroy a market that is already in existence. Then how do we go close to progress in our area council? So I'm calling on you, the people of Buhari Area Council, to have a very good chairman that is working to turn Buhari into a commercial city like Lagos. But if we go into this thing that we are doing, how then, where and how will you attain that position that you want to take Buhari to?
The military commanders under the Guards Brigade, the police commanders under the police commissioner, the security agencies under the director, DSS, and also the officers and men under the Nigerian Civil Defense Commandant. I want to also thank elders and leaders of the Buhari community. And I also want to thank Your Royal Highnesses for the role you have played. But most importantly, I want to thank my brothers from the National Assembly, who are your leaders, as well as all those from the FCT administration that have followed me to this place this afternoon. I won't say much, except to convey deep sadness what has occurred. Because it is something that started between two youth celebrating a period of celebration, a kind of celebration that happens everywhere in Nigeria, indeed everywhere in the world. But something from two youth generated what we are seeing now. And I'll be very frank to all of you elders of Buhari. If there is no peace in Buhari, all of you will not be here. I'm being frank. Whether you are a leader or you are a community leader, or you are a businessman, or you are a leader in the school, or in the church, or in the mosque, or a traditional leader, if there is no peace, you have no leadership. Because there will be nobody for you to lead. And I feel very sad, extremely sad, because as leaders, you allowed people who are envious of your community. Because if you remove the Abuja center itself, there is no place that has economic vibrancy like Buhari Area Council. Yet you allowed people who are envious of your harmony, who are envious of your economic power, who are envious of your community, to create this kind of destruction. Wherever we go, how can we humanly justify what we just saw? How can we say fighting between two young people who probably were fighting under the influence of alcohol or drugs to create this? Do you know how many people are going to lose their livelihood? You allow this kind of thing to happen. Do you know how many years it will take? Yes, government can reconstruct this for you. But it is you that is supposed to bring confidence for people to come and trade and stay and live with you. So on behalf of the FCT administration, and indeed on behalf of our leader, the president, we are here to sympathize with you. I've come with all your leaders because we just finished a meeting in Abuja to come and see what is happening, what has happened, and then to assure you that we'll do our very best. No matter where they are, even if they are your children, they are your enemies. Because they want to cripple the economy of Buhari. And by the grace of God, we will not allow it. By the grace of God, the FCT administration will not allow people to bring this harmony in Buhari and other areas of the FCT. So my advice to all of you, especially the leaders, work with your political leaders, work with your religious leaders, work with your traditional leaders, work with the FCT administration, and by the grace of God, under the leadership of our very amiable, hardworking chairman, glory will come back to Buhari. But it will require a lot of hard work, a lot of patience. So having said that, I sympathize with all of you on what has happened, but now I leave it to you. It is you leaders that will be the solution to this. But I want you to go with one thing in your mind. This afternoon when we visited Mr. President, he clearly told us that in any community, in any society, the most paramount thing is good neighborliness. Good neighborliness.
And in a bid to avoid reprisal attack and be certain that the area council remain peaceful, the minister imposed a curfew to actually control the area.
To live as good neighbors and to guarantee safety of everybody, life and property, particularly some of the destruction done in the market, we have decided to impose a curfew starting from 6 p.m. today till 6 a.m. tomorrow. And this curfew would be on until such a time that we as an administration are fully satisfied that normalcy has returned to this our beautiful city.
When the minister and his team left the venue where the stakeholders met and talked peace, he immediately went to the Buhari market where he assessed the damages caused by the conflict.
In fact, I have to send a tanker from Asokoro. Then we used to refill at that dam there.
Please, but all this one, please.
No, we will dump in
You dump everything.
Yes. So before the street we run down, they had already crossed.
family. That will bring the
Damage. Alright.
They are there already. They are there already, sir.
They are there.
They were
They're following it. They're
Yes.
following it down.
They were still
Well done. You have done well.
Yes, thank you.
Well done.
Yes, sir.
After returning from Buhari Area Council that Christmas Day night, Malam Mohammed Musa Bello and the Permanent Secretary of the FCTA, Christian Oha, as well as other key stakeholders, immediately began peace move to actually ensure that Buhari returned to that very peaceful environment that those around the city knows it to be. After a series of meeting and visit to Buhari Area Council, the Senekin Buhari as well as the Esu Buhari were invited to Area 11 where the minister office is, and they discussed peace. And the good news, they all committed to ensuring that peace in Buhari Area Council remains non-negotiable.
We have never witnessed or experienced any crisis, if not that 25th of January. But by God grace, what they call peace, if I'm not mistaken, Buhari was one of the most peaceful area council, and we still want to maintain that most peaceful area council.
So there is an allegation that you are actually behind your people, because as at the time they briefed the journalist, the briefing took place in your palace, and when the boys were even almost insulting the minister, you didn't call them to order. How can you react to that?
I call my people order, and I'm not behind my church. That also, I say that the reason I'm saying so, maybe it should be the other party that say I'm not behind my church. And actually they're my children, but I can't ask them to go and do bad. Yes, I can be behind it, but not to ask them to go and do that. But I was calling them to ask them to calm down. Even that day that one of my sons was killed on 24th of December, they called me earlier on 25th. And what I told them, I said, okay, you shouldn't take it as anything you should forget. I don't want anything to happen to anybody here. So it was when they were going to dig a grave to bury the corpse that the other people, the house of God, attacked us close to Ijafora house. That's the person that close to his house. So it was from there the crisis started. I can't ask my to go and just follow it. Cause violence.
Alhamdulillah, the peace is reigning in Buhari Area Council, inshallah, because we call the attention of our subject and our district head and the villages, so that there will be a peace. I'm sure, alhamdulillah, there's a peace now, inshallah.
Okay, but what we are afraid, those people whose properties we are burnt and their cars we are burnt, any attempt to reconcile them and also pay them?
Okay, I'm pleading with the federal, the FCT minister that they should look into them and see what they can do for them, so that they will have a little pain, relief of pain in their self.
Secretary for Area Council Services of the FCT administration, Mr. Bapa, also spoke with newsmen. In his words, the administration is doing all within its powers to ensure that peace returns fully to Buhari Area Council.
We have gone back almost a week after to see what is happening or what has happened. And we addressed the council chairman and his council members and the elected officials. I also went to the Ethu and Sarkim Buhari, condole with them and sympathize with them on what has happened, and to also plead for peace to come back to Buhari. I also went to the market to see the shop owners whose shops were burnt, and to also assure them that the government is doing something to ensure that at least what they have lost, if not all, at least something is given to them to come back to life or to their own businesses. After that, before the meeting you saw yesterday, We met with the two traditional council chiefs immediately after the security meeting we had one Sunday to review the curfew that has been imposed in that town, which I believe immediately after that meeting, the curfew was relaxed. The meeting yesterday was a follow-up to the meeting we had 2 weeks ago with them, but an enlarged meeting because now we were asked, or they were asked to come with at least 5 of their representatives, the stakeholders in the town, elders of both the Bagis and those that are settlers, as they are called in Buari. We had a chat with them yesterday, which was chaired by the permanent secretary. And then we also pleaded again yesterday that we want peace to return. Though they have assured that already peace has returned, but we don't want those words to be only on their lips. We want to see it practically done. Happily enough, I've gone back yesterday in the evening after the meeting, and I've seen that at least things are normal. The next phase now, of which I will invite you to follow me there, is that each of them should arrange a meeting with the subjects to ensure that they preach peace and ensure harmony in that very town. And I have been mandated to be there in each of these chiefs' briefings to their subjects. That is why I said we will go with some of you so that you are going to broadcast it to the FCT indigents to ensure that this type of thing will not occur again in the FCT, and in fact, maybe in the country as a whole, generally. Immediately after that, both the two chiefs will call a combined press conference to ensure that peace is being preached and is being seen. That time too, I would want you to be with us, to witness it and to also broadcast it. Because we are all stakeholders in the FCT. Prior to that, we are going to call all the religious leaders.
For now, the FCT administration, the chairman of Buari Area Council, and the royal fathers have all committed to peace. One would only hope and pray the residents of Buari buy into this and understand clearly well that no meaningful development can be achieved in an atmosphere of rancor. Peace indeed is priceless. Let's key in and ensure that Buari Area Council remain peaceful at all times. That's how we end the program on today's episode of Inside Abuja. Join me same time, same station next week as we bring you another interesting topic. Goodbye and have a fulfilling day.